Let's talk about the R word, recession. It's everywhere, and yeah, it can make anyone feel a little nervous. But what if we've been looking at it completely wrong? Today, we're going to flip the script. Using a framework inspired by Robert Kiyosaki, we're going to explore how to turn all this economic uncertainty from something to be scared of into a field of opportunity.
And look, that feeling is totally natural. The news is buzzing with it, you start worrying about your job, your investments. It can seriously feel like a big storm is brewing just over the horizon.
And this really gets to the heart of it. Recessions are a normal part of the economic cycle. They come and they go. The real danger isn't the downturn itself. No, the real danger is the panicky, fear-driven decisions we make because of it.
So how do we get ready to face this storm? The whole key is having a plan before the wind starts howling. That way, logic is at the wheel, not fear.
I mean, think about it, right? You wouldn't just sit on your porch and watch a hurricane roll in. No way. You'd board up the windows, you'd protect your valuables, and you'd have an escape route planned out. The exact same logic applies to your finances. It's all about knowing your situation inside and out before the storm actually hits.
Okay, so if being prepared is our best defense, we need to be crystal clear about what we're actually defending against. And it's not just the economy, it's the massive cost of our own fear. It becomes this really vicious cycle, you know? The anxiety leads to these knee-jerk reactions, like selling off all your investments at a loss or just freezing up completely. And these emotional decisions, they almost never, ever line up with our long-term goals. So the very first step is to separate the financial facts from the emotional fear.
Now, what's so fascinating here is how this shows the downside of what feels like the safe thing to do. Hoarding cash feels secure, sure, but you miss out on the chance to buy great assets while they're basically on sale. Cutting every single expense seems smart, but it can completely choke off any chance for personal or professional growth. And just waiting for it to pass? Well, that could mean you're the very last one to get back on your feet.
So, if reacting out of fear is the wrong move, what's the right one? Well, this is where we make a huge pivot. We stop playing defense and we start playing offense.
This quote right here is the core of this whole mindset shift. It's about reframing a recession. It's not a period of loss, it's a period of opportunity. This is when assets go on sale, when entire industries get shaken up, and when the strategic moves you make can literally set you up for success for years and years to come.
So what's the foundation for all this? It's not about some complex get-rich-quick scheme. It actually boils down to three really simple pillars. First, get educated about money so you can act with confidence. Second, be proactive. Don't be reactive. And third, focus on one thing: acquiring assets that put money in your pocket.
Okay, so that's the why. Now let's get into the how. It's time to dive into the practical playbook, 5 core strategies for not just surviving a recession, but actually thriving in one.
Here's the full playbook, our roadmap through the storm. We're talking about building new income streams, seriously boosting your financial IQ, investing for cash flow, getting rid of debt, and finally, getting the right mindset. Let's break them down one by one.
Strategy number 1, diversify your income. Relying on a single paycheck is like standing on one leg. It makes you incredibly vulnerable. The goal here is to build a safety net with multiple streams of income, a side hustle, dividend stocks, maybe some rental income, so that if one stream slows down, the others are there to keep you afloat.
You can't win a game if you don't know the rules, right? Well, strategy 2 is about learning the rules of the money game. This means really taking the time to understand the difference between an asset and a liability, how cash flow actually works, and what makes an investment a good investment. This knowledge, this is what turns guesswork into confidence.
And that leads us perfectly into number 3, invest in assets that produce cash flow. The key difference here is you're not just buying something and hoping its price goes up. You are buying assets, like real estate or certain stocks, that are designed to put money back into your pocket every single month, no matter what the market is doing. Strategy 4 is all about building your financial fortress. This means aggressively paying down that high-interest debt and building up a serious emergency fund. Your target should be 6 to 12 months of living expenses tucked away in savings. This isn't just a safety net, it's your opportunity fund. It's the cash that gives you the freedom to make smart moves when other people are forced to make desperate ones.
And finally, and honestly, this might be the most important one of all, it's about your mindset. A growth mindset just means you see challenges not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to learn, to adapt, and to innovate. This is the secret sauce that allows you to spot the opportunities that everybody else who's gripped by fear will completely miss. So let's bring all this together.
It is so easy to feel like you're just a passenger on this wild economic ride. But the key takeaway here, the big idea, is that you are not a passenger. You're the pilot. This quote really says it all. It's not about what the market does, it's about what you do. The decisions you make today, the stuff you decide to learn, the assets you decide to buy, the mindset you work to build, that's what will define your financial reality tomorrow. It's that simple.
So ultimately, the path forward looks like this. It's a clear road from chaos and fear to clarity and action. You don't have to be a financial genius. You just have to replace fear with education, replace sitting on the sidelines with proactive moves, and replace random choices with an intentional strategy.
So, I'll leave you with this one question. After everything we've covered, from building income to that growth mindset, what is the one small, proactive step you can take today to start building your own, more secure financial future? Because that one little action, that's where the real change begins.